the truth.
Hey everyone, it's Mouncybob, and welcome back to my channel. I look like a hot mess, deal with it. So, as you can see, I have been working on a lot of cosplay. Can you not right now? Can you go somewhere else with your clicky feet? So I've been working on a lot of cosplay lately. And by a lot, I mean literally just this costume. So I decided it was a good idea for me to do the cosplay tag because, you know, I love cosplay and I may not be the best cosplayer ever and I may not have the most cosplays ever. I have the least probably. I still want to do it because I love cosplaying. Alright, here we go. To introduce myself, my name is Devin. That's my real name. You might know that already. I don't know. It's spelled D-E-V-O-N and people pronounce it Devon. It's not, no. It's not like that. You can find me on pretty much every social media as Devin Renee Prince because that's my business. And I draw, and I make pictures, and I make art, and logos, and characters. And it's just a fun time. I love it. It's a good job. Recently I actually made a stocking squid sticker and you can buy it right now on my Society 6. And it's amazing and I love it. I love it so much. It's literally like the only thing on my shop right now because I haven't made anything else. Yeah, here we are. Alright, so number 1. What got you into cosplay? 6th to 7th grade is about when I started getting into cosplay. I watched a lot of anime around then. I mean, I still do. I watched anime when I was young. Being on YouTube, you do witness a lot of people who like the same things as you because you watch all those videos. You watch all the videos of people cosplaying, going to conventions, and you're like, wow, I just really want to do that. So I think that's how I got into it. I was also, since I've been drawing since I was very little, I got into DeviantArt, and you know, back then it was a very nerdy place. There wasn't as much naughty things on it as there is today. There was a lot of like cosplay tags and nerdy tags and people just taking pictures of their cosplay. That was a big thing back then. Oh my god. I almost died. Oh my god. Okay. Question 2. What was your first cosplay? My first cosplay was actually Raven from Teen Titans. Raven, and I made the whole thing myself except for the leotard. And I do not have a wig because I didn't have money to get a wig. My parents pretty much provided most of my cosplaying stuff. Back then I was like, I need to make my cosplays. So I bought the leotard because it was easier that way. I made my cloak and it was the first thing I ever sewed, so I gotta say it's one of my proudest moments in my life is making that cosplay. Number 3. How many cosplays and wigs do you own? I'll be back. I'm gonna go get the wigs. Alright. I have them all. This is my box of wigs. I have an addiction and I need to admit. So, this is not full by any means at all. That's how full it is. But I got this because I was getting a lot and where I was storing them, yeah, I needed to move them. I have one right here that I've been brushing out. This one is Len. Oh, this one I believe is Riku for my husband. Miku. This one, I have no clue, but it's a black wig. This one, I have no fucking clue. I bought this because in high school we recorded a Harry Potter kind of video where I was called Draca, and it is a blonde lace front wig that is kind of curly, and I thought it was perfect and I just really wanted it. I don't know. Okay, now I'm confused because I have a short gray wig and a long gray wig. I think this one's Riku. A blue wig. See, I don't even know why I have half of these wigs. This is a purple wig. It's in a very long bag. I got it from, I want to say it was from Arda. It's a really long lace front wig that has like a widow's peak, and it's kind of layered, but I dyed it purple. It used to be a very, like, a platinum blonde. This one doesn't have a bag, but this one is like one of my first wigs, and I cut it shorter, and you've probably seen me as like Gamzee in this. This one is Tomoya. This is a dark blue wig. It's for Tomoya. This is my Raven wig, the first wig, one of the first wigs I ever bought. This one is a long blonde wig. Oh, this one's Asuna. I'm getting confused why I have these. This is a shorter black wig that has like straight, kind of like what my hair does, but it's like a thing down the middle, and it's for Nana. This is my Nagisa wig from Clanid. People, Nagisa, whatever. Alright, let's count. I also have 2 more wigs that are downstairs in my closet that I just did not want to bring up. I have Axel and Sora downstairs, and they're both super spiked, and that's why I didn't want to bring them up here. So, okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 that are downstairs that I don't want to bring up. Honestly thought I had more than that, but here we go. Alright, so cosplays. When I was talking about my addiction, I have this very terrible thing that I do where I buy the wig for a cosplay and then I never finish the cosplay. Finished costumes, I have 2 that I have bought. Only 2 out of all of these. And that is Asuna and Nagisa from Clanid. Asuna, sort of like, of course. Now, the rest of my cosplays, I have my stocking cosplay right here, which is sitting next to me because I've been working on it. I have Len Kagumine from Vocaloid, not very good, I would totally redo it. And then I also have Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Along with those, I actually do own my husband's cosplays, and he, to my Nagisa cosplay, has Tomoya, which I bought both of those. And then we decided that we wanted to be a trio because one of my friends cosplays as Kairi from Kingdom Hearts, and I would cosplay Sora, and so my husband would be Riku. This floor's so slippery. If my camera is like not in focus, I'm so sorry. Number 4. How long have you been cosplaying? I went on a search before this trying to answer the questions so that I have like full knowledge of what I'm doing. And I went on a search, and the first picture I can find of my Raven cosplay, which is my first cosplay ever, is in 2011. Number 5, how do I get my costumes? Most of mine, I make them myself. You know, go to fabric stores, buy fabric, sew it, all that kind of stuff. I have bought a couple. A lot of the time I actually go to thrift stores and find things that are similar and alter them. Number 6, the next 5 cosplays you want to do and will most likely do. Now, I was thinking about this and I was like, wow, there's a lot of, like, there's so many cosplays I would have done when I was younger that I had ideas for, but I can't think of anything now. The only cosplays I could think of that I want to do are actually remaking things or just like ones for like stocking, like one of her outfits. So the first thing I would cosplay is actually Sora again, and I would redo his whole cosplay. A lot of my costume is super glued together and it's kind of sad, so. I actually want to cosplay Stocking's bunny outfit. Totally something that would make me feel uncomfortable, but I want to get out and feel better about myself, I guess. The next one would actually be a remake of my Raven cosplay because I made that when I was so young and really tiny, and I'm much taller now and not as skinny as I was before. I actually gave it to one of my friends because she's really small and skinny and it fit her perfectly. And 2 cosplays that I have not done, well, the bunny outfit I haven't done, but 2 cosplays I haven't done the character at all. I kind of want to do Levi from Attack on Titan, and the first anime I ever watched was actually Vampire Knight. And my favorite character is Yuki. And I would totally cosplay Yuki. And if not Yuki, because I really like cosplaying guys because I don't know, I think they fit me better. And I'm tall and my friends are short, so it fits. But I would cosplay Kaname too, honestly. Number 7, what are your pet peeves about cosplay or conventions, I'm guessing? It just says pet peeves. One of my pet peeves is actually something I did when I was younger. And looking back at it, it just makes me so upset with myself, and that's probably why. Sorry, there is something in my eyeball. That's probably why it's a pet peeve, is because it's something I did when I was younger. I'm such a bitch. Like, oh my god, we're glad she's dead, right? What I did when I was younger is my friends wanted to cosplay somebody, but I wouldn't let them because I was that character. You can't cosplay the same person as me. Why was I such a bitch? I don't know. I hate younger me so much. Like, who cares? Like, do what you want. Like, cosplay is about like being a character that you want to be. And if you're trying to control who your friends are, then yeah, just no. This is like me attacking myself. Number 8, dream conventions. I don't really have any. I live in a very small town at the top of Iowa. I get to go to conventions in Iowa and Minnesota because I can get to both very easily. Honestly, my dream conventions are just conventions that are near me so that I don't have to drive very far. There is one though that seems very interesting to me and I would love to go to, and that is actually Colossal Con, and that's because it's at a water park and I want to swim in cosplay. Look at me, I'm cute. Number 9. Conventions you've been to and how many? I've been going to conventions since I was 16, and my very first convention was Anime Iowa, but Anime Iowa I have been to 3 years? 3 years? Right? So far I can just remember going 3 times. I've probably been there more. Who knows? I'm confused. I'm actually going to Anime Detour this weekend as I'm recording this, where I'm going to be there twice. This is my 2nd year because I go with the anime club at my college, and I've also been to Nebraska Con, but that was only once, and I don't know if I'd go back. Number 10. What is the item you have worked the hardest on or what you're most proud of? I actually have a couple. The first prop I ever made was actually the Kingdom Key from Kingdom Hearts for my Sora cosplay, and I made it all from hand using foam and paint, and I used a wooden dowel and I paper mache'd it, and I was so proud of it. It looked really janky, but it was really good and I was proud. Like, it was good, and it was honestly so janky that it fell and broke in half and I never used it and I threw it away. But I was proud of it at the time, and I'm still proud of it because it was the first thing I ever made and it was huge, okay? It was huge. Also, I'm pretty proud of my Raven Cloak. The first cosplay I ever made, I sewed my Raven Cloak. Very proud of it. Never sewed before. That was the first thing I did. It was confusing as fuck, and here we are now today sewing a Lolita dress. Talking about Kingdom Hearts, I styled both my Axel and my Sora wig. My Axel wig was the first wig I ever styled, and my Sora wig I actually styled twice, and both of them were from like those Jareth wigs that are like spiky on top and then they have long on the bottom. Both of them were from that, and I'm very proud of them. And also for my Sora cosplay, he has like shoulder armor kind of stuff going on, and I actually made those I made the whole costume from scratch, but I made those and they were like made out of foam, but they look like they're metal, and I'm so proud of them. Also his shoes. His shoes were confusing. I made them from Crocs. Number 11, favorite things about cosplay. For me, cosplaying has honestly brought me more out into the world. I'm very introverted, still am, of course, but I have met a lot of people through it. If you are outgoing enough to make friends through this, it's a very good way to make friends. Like, not only at conventions, like you go to conventions, you meet all of these people, But even if you are into cosplaying and you're just like on forums trying to figure out how to make something, you can make friends online. It's really fun because everyone has like this mutual love for the same thing as you. I really, really love creating things. Like I love drawing, but when you actually like make a prop or something, it's such a different feeling than like drawing a picture. Along with everything else, you can just be yourself and show your true colors and, you know, just act the way you want because these people don't care. Like, number 12. The trends and patterns in my cosplay. I really am cheap. I'm very cheap. I like to go to thrift stores and buy used clothing for like $1 and I alter it. I procrastinate a lot. My dog decided she needs to drink water right now. I'm really bad at procrastinating. That's the moral of the story. Don't do it. Work on your cosplays. Yeah. Number 13, my most recent cosplay. You can tell what it is. I'm literally working on it right now. That is where the questions for the video I was watching about the cosplay tag and I went and found more because I was like, 13 questions, what the heck? So these are from like a DeviantArt journal or whatever. So number 14, the character I think that is most like me. I want to say Len. Number 15, your cosplay idol. My cosplay idol is actually probably one of the first cosplayers I ever watched on YouTube, and she doesn't even upload anymore and I'm upset. But it's Melinda Chan. She is beautiful. I love her and her husband both. Melinda Chan, love you. Wish I could style wigs like you. Wish I was a good sewer like you. I'm getting there. We're working for it. Number 16, your cosplay making habits. If I could read. So pretty much what you do while you're cosplaying, or not cosplay, while you're making cosplay. A lot of the time I would watch anime. Most of the time when I'm alone and making something, I will actually go on YouTube and look up cosplay work vlogs and watch other people work on their cosplays as I'm working on my cosplay. It just really keeps me motivated for some reason. Just like when I'm drawing, I like to watch other people drawing. I don't know, just something about other people doing it with me is like so motivating. I don't know, try it sometime. Number 17, your least favorite thing about cosplaying. I'd have to say how expensive it is. Honestly, that's probably my number one thing. And another thing is just creepy people. Number 18, my best cosplay memory. This one's cheesy because it has to do with my husband and me and my friends. I would have to say that my favorite cosplay memory is honestly when my husband went with us to a convention. That's really cheesy, but I mean, obviously if he's my husband, I love spending time with him. Like, why would I marry him then? And just having everybody that I love spending time with there in the same spot was just really fun. And this is when Pokemon Go came out, so that made it even more fun. They had a shit ton of Pokestops back there, so we would just walk around all night and just get Pokestops and like battle things, and yeah, it was just a really fun time, just spending time with everyone that I love. Woo! I hope that didn't move too much, whoopsies. Number 19, my worst cosplay experience, or cosplay memory. Yeah. I think I can't really think of like a bad situation. People come up to you and they just like hug you and like they just pretend that you're like best friends, but I don't even know who the person is, and it just freaks me out. I don't know why. But one of the biggest things I don't like about cosplaying, especially when you make it, is when you don't make it for con stuff. Like, you don't make it so it lasts through a convention. Your cosplay falls apart and you don't know what to do. Just your cosplay just being destroyed after you spent so much work on it is just not fun. Just walking around in that with like this perfect costume that I bought and then these really shitty boots just made me really sad with myself and embarrassed, and I hate feeling embarrassed in front of like everybody, and yeah. And number 20, I thought this was a good way to end it, was just at number 20. Have you worn your cosplay in any regular situations? And yeah, I have too much. My whole childhood was me cosplaying in the streets of my tiny town as the Christian grandmas stared at us, and it was great. That's my cosplay tag. I hope you enjoyed. I was gonna wear a wig for this. Yeah, that didn't happen. I don't want it. I'm lazy. My hair would be up in a ponytail right now. At least I brushed my hair, okay? But yeah, so next time you guys see me, I will be talking about Anime Detour and probably recording Anime Detour stuff. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.